Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Icenia campaign. Last time, we won the war, you may have remembered, and took over all of the Britannian lands south of the region divide, and we now are the undisputed master of Britannia. Or should I say, Pritania. Yes, indeed. I did some more research and figured out what I was thinking of when I looked at the wiki. When I thought it said you can do this decision when you're not a tribe and get 150 political influence, what it actually meant is you can do this decision when you're already a federated tribe, because this turns you into a federated tribe. If you're not a tribe at all, you actually lose this decision entirely. So I'm very glad I double-checked that before progressing much further. That 150 political influence thing is just to basically say if somehow you become a federated tribe before taking this decision, then it doesn't punish you in any way, or it gives you a bonus conciliation prize. So we're actually going to go ahead and just take this now, I think. This tier 2 formable. There's no other tier 2 formable that we really have access to. We could, for some reason, wait and do the alternative one that we get for uniting Caledonia or Hibernia, although I think you need to be from those places to do it. Not entirely sure, but either way, it is way more reasonable to do Unite Britannia now that we have the option available to us. Here's what it will do. Change our name to Britannia. I'll still call this series the Icenia campaign just for continuity. I mean, we will in the future also change again to the tier 3 formable of Albion, which will change our name again and our flag. The flag change will probably take the longest for me to get used to, but either way, we're going to still call this series the Icenia campaign, because that's how we started, and that's how we're going to continue along here. We also get the Federated Tribe Government form, which it doesn't say here. It just gives us some slightly different technology options and changes our matching idea bonus. We'll look at that in a moment. We add 4 tribesmen with Iceni/Druidic status to Londinium? I think they go to Londinium. I'm actually not sure where they appear, but they appear somewhere in the nation. And Londinium gets a permanent emergent capital bonus, plus 50% local pop growth, which is great for its good location. It could have the big population, that's why I wanted to set up Londinium as the capital ahead of doing something like this. Local civ level 10% in Londinium. Actually, I could have done that instead of building all those buildings. But having an even more civilized Londinium is certainly not a problem. It'll go up to 50% civ level. Extremely good. And local freeman happiness in Londinium plus 8% going to be very handy. Let's do it. Or I have to click this. This just goes over what I just talked about. Also, I get 3 free province investments. Let's make sure I'm recording. Yes, I'm always trying to check that. I'm always scared I'll forget someday, but I never forget. I never make any mistakes ever. Anyways, since our ancestors arrived on this island, our peoples have coexisted. With the advent of this new age of ironworking, seafaring, and empire, it is clear that our people cannot survive much longer without a unified identity. For better or worse, we must look to new horizons and assume leadership over the all of Pritania. Yes, indeed. I guess we keep the same flag. That's convenient, at least. So this just repeats that same thing. Okay. There it is. Pritania has been formed, and we just kept our flag. I kind of thought we might. I think Albion has a unique flag, although I think the various barbarian factions actually just keep their flag when they change. Fine with me. This makes it easier to remember who we are, but we are now going to be called Pritania. Let's not forget that. But really, we are still Icenia deep down, even though our capital province, is no longer Icenia. That shouldn't have affected any other thing in our nation except for the stuff that I listed a moment ago, so should be fine. Anyways, so what are we going to do now that all the wars are done? Well, we will eventually want to take over more of the Isles. I think I will want to do that before we try and colonize Northern Gaul, just because we're going to get tangled up in Gallic tribal internal politics if we do that. Let's take a look at what's going on elsewhere in the world. Looks like Rome is looking pretty strong. They're fighting Fritania. I'm not sure if Rome will be able to win that one. I guess we'll see how they do. They're still a republic. Everything there looks fine. I mean, if they had switched away from republic already, I'd be quite surprised. They have some territory over in Epirus. Is this northern Epirus? This region over here. Some crazy stuff is happening over in the Greco world, meanwhile. Seleucids are doing okay, weirdly. Maria is getting real strong as expected. They and the Seleucids are going to be fighting pretty soon, I think. One would assume, at least. The Dahe are going wild as usual up there. So Bosphorian Kingdom has the most cursed name placement ever to be done there. Basically everything you'd expect about 33 years into the series. Sparta hasn't even expanded one time, but they've got the original leader there. He's gone bald. He's not doing too well in terms of expansion. Everything is just as usual. Rome has completely gobbled up the peninsula and is now either fighting or will soon fight Carthage. I don't know. They're not at war with them right now. Seems inevitable there's going to be a conflict there. So there's a Carthaginian revolt down here. They're also fighting that revolt. Which makes sense. It's actually a civil war, technically. Carthage is having some trouble. We're pretty far away from all that, so it shouldn't affect us directly quite yet. Anyways, all that looks good. Now, our ideas got changed around, and I think I will fill these in because, as a federated tribe, we get these bonuses. Tribesmen output plus 20%. With all of our tribesmen, that's pretty substantial, although you'll notice we have a lot of slaves now, and this is what I'm going to do this episode, is finally this is the big slavery-themed episode where I try and get our economy, our slave economy, kind of reorganized correctly, and pop promotion speed is real good. What I'll do, by the way, is in settlements that are going to be slave-like centers, mines and farming settlements, I'm going to turn off the slaves are allowed to promote to freeman option, just for that. Also, since I can move tribesmen around, I might do quite a bit of micromanagement there. Because we do have vegetables here, this is the whole reason I wanted to get vegetables so badly. That minus 25% move slave cost, I think it's like 10 gold normally to move slaves around, maybe even less. Let's see here, it'll just tell me. Or maybe it won't tell me. Okay, I can't tell without looking, but it's like 8 to 10 gold, and so the minus 25% does actually add up if we're doing it a whole lot. We now are pretty free to spend a ton of money. We're not going to need lots of money right away from mercs for quite some time, so we're in a very safe position. Anyways, we're going to use our political influence on these options because I want to get these ideas in place here. Unfortunately, I wish I could have got a refund on the ideas that it just destroyed, but man, it's fine. Actually, I will need to wait a little bit to get all of them here. I might even wait to grab the military one. I think that's the one I need the least. For civic ideas, I could go to complex tariffs. That commerce income would be quite substantial. I think standardized construction isn't better. It's really, really good, don't get me wrong. And this is really good too, but I still think commerce income is going to be pretty big. Because the thing too is, by concentrating slaves in these resource-producing settlements, it's going to produce more taxes, but it's also going to produce more commerce, because we may be able to get extra copies of the resources. So, I don't think the build cost and time is better than these straight-up money ones. And in terms of our economy, taxes are nowhere near commerce, so getting just a straight commerce income is going to be better. So let's take a look and see what that does. So we're at 11.80, and this should be a pretty substantial improvement. Let's grab complex tariffs. Yeah, 13.25. That was a pretty big bonus right there. Glad to see it. We can get one more right now, which I think I will do. I just want to get sanctioned privileges again, to be honest. One thing about monarchies is with republics, corruption is always going to be there, but you have laws that can reduce corruption. I think monarchies are a little worse at dealing with corruption. I might be totally off about that, but these other options are nowhere near as good as sanctioned privileges. I don't think anything really is as good as sanctioned privileges. I need to have really good advances to do these other stuff, so we'll grab sanctioned privileges. Very good. And yeah, once we hit 20, we will grab our military thing, probably martial ethos again. Ordered retreat is certainly a good alternative, or we could get really crazy and actually go for permanent shipyards as we start to think about building a navy of some sort. If we actually are thinking about it, here's what our options are. I guess we'll look at a place that has a port. Let's see here. Oh, all right, it took a moment to load there. That's fine. What am I looking for here? Can I see naval information around here somewhere? Build ships, here we go. So we cannot build... Okay, we need a level 3 port to build the middle range things. Okay. Interesting. I actually didn't know about that. So what I might do is have one of these coastal locations be a designated port location, or build a level 3 port in Dura-Wernham, which has 2 slots available. I think that might be what I do here, because Dura-Wernham has a huge amount of building slots because of its big population, and having this be my naval center makes a ton of sense. It's in a really good location, like I said before, for my navy to live right here. This is the perfect spot, really, for this to be here. So let's go ahead and build the ports here to be able to build those better ships. I think we are going to go for a naval idea here, or for a navy concept here, just to have it around. We can always, of course, not pay it that much, but this may be handy. Not that we need a navy right away, but I think this is going to be part of transitioning into a monarchy, is starting to build a bit of a navy. And in order to build those largest ships, we need the military traditions to pull that off. And we're not going to be able to get that anytime soon, so that's fine. I think I will do this just because if I'm going to build a navy, I'd want to have those medium ships be in the navy, otherwise it's not worth the money. Otherwise, anyone else who's looking to build a navy will be able to compete with us too much. So let's go for it. We have the money. We're becoming a kingdom. We're going to be a little ambitious here with our expenditures. Plus, we're about to make tons of money from slavery, so let's do it. Dura-Wernham will probably be our only level 3 port in the whole nation, if not one of our only ports in general. We could build some ports in some of our other coastal locations, though, to be fair. I could build a port, or no, I can't because it's still a settlement. We don't really have a lot of other cities to build ports in. That's fine. All right, so in the meantime, now it's time for some slave moving around. So let's take a look and see where are the resources. So I think we're going to start off trying to move slaves to precious metal locations. Here's our precious metal locations. Where are the slaves at? 3 slaves there, none there, 2 there, 1 there, 1 there. Okay, so this one over here is going to be our best starting point. So actually, which of these have mines? Some of them had mines already. You've got a mine. Yes, you do. Slaves needed for local surplus. So what do I actually need? I need 12 slaves for another precious metal, or maybe not. Sometimes this number seems to be wrong. If I just throw slaves in here, I'll start to get extra precious metals, so should be fine. This one actually has a mine too. 1 extra slave. Let's take a look and see how many slaves are there around this area. We have a couple actually that can be moved in, so that's a good start. Down here, this is really out of the way. Actually, we do have a couple slaves down here too. We could just do both, honestly. Let's move some slaves. Wectus here is going to be the most defensible location, really. This is at the very back of our territory in terms of who we border on land. And again, I'm not too scared of any sort of Norman invasion style thing happening down here. Since we already got the mine here, let's go ahead and move the slaves in. And we're also going to go ahead and view pop info. We're going to tell this location to disallow slave promotion. The slaves won't like that, but this way we can make sure the slaves are not promoting out of the number that we need. So, sucks to be you, but I mean, you're a slave, so I don't really care how upset you are. Doesn't matter to me at all. Move pops in. All right, so all these locations can probably pretty freely move pops in. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about having slaves there at all. Oops. You went to Wectus. Yeah, so it's going to be 5 gold for the slaves. Totally fine. Yeah, it shows us there. Actually, no, it's 3.75 gold, so it's really, really cheap with those vegetables. So getting the vegetables is because I'm going to do a lot of slave moving in this episode. Excuse me. Let's start moving them in. Make sure I don't depopulate anything here. Yeah, we should be fine. Winter. And, okay, now we can start pulling them in from further away. Everything around here, it's fully populous. Yeah. What do we, 12? Alright, we can get there. One more should do it. There we go, we have an extra precious metal. That's what I wanted to see. So, should be good there. We have some tribesmen here too. This place is not going to be real pleased because it's just a bunch of angry slaves, but they're mostly Duratrigans, and I don't really care what the Duratrigans are thinking, so looks good. All right, next up, what was the other place? It was over here. No, it was up here. All right, we need to move 11 into here, into Derbentio. From Rete, let's just make sure these places are not going to be fully... I don't think anything is just like one slave anywhere, so I think we should be fine. Everything is at least one tribesman or so, so it should be okay to do this. Right, this is the location. Move pops. Move him away from the vegetables. Yeah. Oh well, it's got to happen. Making our way up there. The Dewa is the other... Let's not move them from Dewa, because we're going to move slaves to Dewa pretty soon. Mediolanum. That's fine, just need 3 more. Kokium. And here. There we go. We got 2 precious metals in here as well. So that's going to be another 1 gold per month, just from that. I mean, 1 monthly... what am I trying to say? 1 monthly tick of treasury, like 1 full monthly tick, just from those actions I just took, and we have so much money left still. So let's head on over. Where do we want to build our next, because the rest don't have anything built up yet, where do we want to build our next trade good thing? Yeah. There's some precious metals over here too. We may keep that in mind. Probably here is a good location, although where do we have a bunch of slaves already? This has the most slaves, I think, already. Yeah. Alright. Let's head on over to terrain. How much is the mine going to be? 190. Actually, we can just get away with building the mine, and then we have to wait a little bit. All right, let's build the mine here in Dolau Kothi, and we'll start sending slaves once this finishes. All right, and with that, that is now our slave economy under control. We can also bring 1 more import in because we're now a great power. What do we want here? People may not really want to give us anything because we're infamous world over. Our aggressive expansion is extremely high. I think we will definitely wait a while to let this tick down. Let's see here. I could bring in wine, which would give us freeman happiness locally. Base metals, hemp. Lots of grain we could bring in. Grain is always fine. I got extra hemp. What would that give us? Ship damage done. If we're going to build a navy, having the ship damage bonus actually could be handy. I think there was another ship bonus around here somewhere. I don't remember. Slave happiness. Local slave happiness wouldn't matter as much there. We could get the stone for slave happiness too. Or the wood, actually. Hold on. The wood unlocks those medium units. So I'm not sure, it didn't say on the tooltip, but I think I do need wood. Or no, actually, hold on. You just need wood at all, which I already have. It's local. I would need the extra wood for the ship recruit speed, which could be quite handy. Let's see here. Could get elephants. Not too useful. Actually got a lot of options here. What's a valuable resource that I'd like? I mean, precious metals, of course, is valuable, but that's just my internal trades. We're not going to do that. I could get base metals with the Dacians. I don't have base metals. That would just give me freeman happiness, but it's worth a fair bit. I think I'll get all my trade money from my exports, so let's focus on what's actually a good bonus. I think I will get the extra wood for ship recruit speed. I know ships take a while. Since I don't have that many docks, recruiting ships, that's going to be the, what's it called? The limiting factor is I'll only have a few locations to recruit ships from. And possibly for medium ships, only from my level 3 port, so this makes sense. Actually, it's all internal. Shoot. I think I'll wait until I can trade for that. Or I could just get, what was the other one? Hemp? Hemp would... I mean, I think the recruit time won't be an issue. I think I'd rather just get hemp for the ship damage done, honestly. That should be fine. Yeah, it's also a bit more valuable than wood, so let's just go with that. Trade with the Belgae, sure. Alright, ship damage done. We are now committing fully to the naval plans. Here come the trade deals. These guys want to trade with me for wood. That's fine. I'm not going to fight the Caledonians anytime soon. You want horses? Alright, sounds fine. You want precious metals. Oh, look at how much that's worth. 0.95 just for that. We're going to make back the cost we did for the slaves moving very soon here. You want more precious metals? Yes. Handy stuff. Look at this. 15.93 as a tribe. Love to see it. Pritania is off to a good start, given that it just began to exist a moment ago. Still, more wood. Alright. Take it. Handy. Oh my gosh, all these resources. Wood and stone. Yes. Everyone gets my resources. I'm down for it. Yeah, you get some furs, that's fine. Oh my gosh. Okay. A growing sense of unity and influence in our tribe should vouch for the growing strength and influence of our tribe should vouch for a stronger sense of unity and purpose among our tribesmen, but unlike city dwellers and more civilized people, our tribe is less willing to translate the sense of purpose into blinding loyalty. Some feel that the old clans can no longer speak for them, and that they cater to a too limited group of interests. Among these dissenters, the Orgatorid clan have been growing in power and influence, and by now it is only a matter of time before one of their members is granted a place on the tribal council. So the Orgatoris become a prominent family in Pritania, and Vicenius Orgatoris takes on a number of minor characters as his clients. That's fine. Let's give it a turn. And now let's take a look at how this has affected our government here. So we got the Diwika clan, the Orgatorii clan, the Urkii clan, the Kalatii clan, and now, additionally, we have... Wait, where are they? Where's the Orgatoris clan? Or is that the same thing as this clan? Maybe it was merged into Keltrim's clan? I guess we'll see what happens. More trade, oh my good lord. Alright, stone, that's fine. I have so much money coming in once I get another round of slaves moved around. What I can do as well is start moving slaves in here. Yeah, to get to 12. Alright, let's start moving slaves in. Let's see here. Slave promotion, also up here. Gonna turn off, where was it? It was here, wasn't it, right? Yeah, turn off slave promotion here as well. You're going to be a slave forever, sorry to tell you. No, that's not what you want to hear, but that's what the truth is. Alright, okay, that's all the money I have right now, that's fine. Whew, stability is going down, but that's fine. What's it going down by? It's just my aggressive expansion is so high. We just need to wait for aggressive expansion to go down. Not much else we can do about that. We'll just hang out, wait around. Already back up to so much money. Okay, here we go. The Welbian clan. Okay, so this is, again, the event is bugged and fires twice, and the first time it just makes the Orgatorii clan grow a bunch, so very strange. Alright, so now we actually have a proper second clan. Very strange. Okay, so the, where are they? Here it is, the Welbii clan, led by Kingatorix Welbus, who is extremely old and will probably die momentarily. That's fine. We're going to need to take some positions away from the Orgatorii clan. They're way too overcrowded now. Let's see here. Administration. What am I looking for here? Government. Here we go. Offices. Okay. Who is not super qualified? Maybe we could... Well, you're from the Diwika clan. How's that clan doing? Yeah, so basically anybody can be moved around to make room for the Welbii. What's this? 7? That is better. There we go. Looks fine. And do we happen to have a super good person who can replace this person? No. Actually, hold on. Maybe we do. We just need to reorganize this away. So the Diwika and the Orgatorii and the Kalati can be replaced by the Welby and the Urki. See if I can remember all those different families here. So you could be removed, but you're really good. Unless there's someone else who's really good. Wait, are you from the Orgatorii or the Orgatoris? This is going to get confusing. Or no, there is no Orgatoris. It's, yeah, that's just Orgatorii. So replace this person with a Welbii or an Urkai. This is going to get really... What's happening here? Okay, you are about the same quality, but you're also a lot younger, so let's put you in the position, just so you get a nice long time to build up your statesmanship. This guy is extremely old, Brannis Diwikas. Let's replace you with an Urkii. Oh, yeah, it says it right here. 8 to 9, that's close enough. I just want to get some new blood in my government, some younger folks, so they can get their stewards, what's it called, statesmanship up. Another Diwika, but I think the Diwika are now at full. No, they're at 2 still. Okay. Replace you with... Actually, I think everyone's at 2 now. I think we should be okay. Maybe replace one more Orgatorii with someone else. You're really, really good. I'm going to leave you there, even though you're really old. You're extremely old. I'll replace you with a Kalatis, maybe? Yeah, finesse of 10. This guy's really, really qualified, though. Has to be done. I just want to make sure we have minimal clan supremacy here. All right, this guy's extremely young. He'll have lots of time to build up his statesmanship. All right, and with that, our family dynamic here is a lot more balanced. 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, or 2, 2, 3, 3, 2. Much, much better. All right, that's fine. We can also move some more slaves in here now. Move Pops, Magnus, and Magnus, and Glewem. Oh yeah, I don't want to move them from Glewem. That's another future slave moving location. Barium, that's fine. And Bornium. And from Gobanium. There we go. So once the mine is built, it will produce another set of precious metals, which will give us a ton more money. See, doing the slave trading, once I had those vegetables, is going to pay for itself so quickly and make us a ton of money to have them centralized like this. Of course, it makes these locations very dangerous. If they get sieged by an enemy, we might lose all those slaves, and it would be a huge disaster. But we just need to not have those locations sieged by enemies, is the clever strategy to avoid that. All right, slave promotion not allowed. Very good. Let's resume. How's our cultural stuff doing? Maybe we should set up some colonies, shouldn't we? Yeah, I think we're ready to go with that. All right. What are our cultures up here? The Brigantic culture. That one should probably get a colony. And Dictium. Let's see what they get here. All these little guys mean colonial occupation. Very good. No, Mamukium. Is that my other location? Yeah, it's this one here. This actually would be fine for a colony in Mamukium, because this is a really good location for a city, so I will actually take that. Let's see here, Mamukium. Gotta dig my way through all these menus. Oh my god, all right, get down here. Found a colony. I have to do this event first. Inimicus Orgatoris has become increasingly restless of late. He believes that his stature is deserving of a key role in our government. He has approached our clan council, insisting that we bestow such a role upon him. Indeed, given his prominence, perhaps we should consider this carefully. We need to give him an office. This is the guy who's, he's kind of qualified. I mean, how important is this guy? He does have some prominence here. Is he like the leader of the Orgatorii? I think he is, isn't he? Just wait a little longer. We'll go back to that in a moment. First off, Mamukium, and found a colony in Mamukium. Yep. Let's do it. Bemucium, a Iceni colony. All right, we know what happens there. Pritania has wisely enacted that there, so that's good. Did it move slaves, by the way, from my other locations? Okay, you're fine. You're fine. And you're fine. Okay, that's good to see. It didn't move slaves around. I was a little worried it might, but dodge that bullet there. Also, let's see how our manpower cap is doing. 7.3 thousand. Very, very good. Love to see it. And now, at the end of the month, we can move some more slaves around. We really used up all the money we got from that war there, but it's going into good infrastructure stuff. These fortresses up here might be a little, this one here might be a little overkill, but this is an important location to have be well fortified. So, totally worth it, I think. If the Brigantians ever get any ideas, which they probably shouldn't, because they're going to be in trouble with my northern allies there. Anyways, let's go ahead and move some more. Actually, no, we finished moving slaves. We're good. All right. Where to next? Glewem? We can start moving slaves, even though we need to build the thing there. We can have the slaves there before we start building the mine. Let's move some slaves over. If there are any slaves left to move, which there might not really be much, yeah, they're all going to be concentrated. Slaves that just... Okay, iron, though, might be our next thing that we want to build up here, although the trade value for iron isn't super great. Let's not worry about that yet. Let's just move slaves, and we'll worry about other stuff later. Corinium has a good population. Yeah, we're fine. Move pops from Corinium into Glewem. From Huertus. From Gobanium. All right, there we go. And then next month, we'll do it some more. All right. And I think the shipbuilding cost thing, I might consider it, honestly, because we have a really strong army now, and I'm not sure 5% is better than the tons of money we'll save with the shipbuilding cost one. I'm committing to having a navy. I mean, once we're a monarchy, it'll feel a bit more natural to have a navy. Having a big navy as a tribe doesn't really make sense because you just don't have the infrastructure to support it. The main thing with navies is the barrier with navies is they're just expensive to build and maintain. But once you have them, there's a lot you can do with them. And having a navy is going to be important if we want to do stuff on the mainland, which I may very well want to do. There are some resources on the mainland. We're going to do some super early in the timeline British colonialism, except in France, as the British probably wish they could have IRL. Let's not get into that. European politics matter. Anyways, here in Glewem, let's keep moving the slaves. Gobanium has so many slaves. Holy moly. Slaves for days in Gobanium. There's actually... Okay, so actually all of the slaves locally have been moved already. The rest of the slaves are already concentrated in... over here, so we'll have to actually move slaves towards Glewem in order to move them in. So we'll do that later once I have more money for that, because that's going to be more expensive. But if we can fill Glewem with slaves, then I think there was one more location around here. Oh, it was up here. Okay, in Dewa. So I'm glad I didn't build the city in Dewa, even though it's a really good location for city, because this is going to be a fantastic mine location. Super good. 62.50. Yeesh. I wish I could get more political influence somehow, but alas, cannot be done. Let's wait for the end of the month for no particular reason, and then we'll call it an episode, actually. A very peaceful episode of infrastructure. Maybe the first real full infrastructure episode that we've had. I shall wait for the port to finish, just for the heck of it. There we go. Port in Durwernum. Now we're going to build the second port. So Durwernum is going to have big port energy, lots of pop capacity, ship recruit speed. Really, really good. All right, this is a great place to end for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hope that you enjoyed. We transitioned into Pritania, although we are still Icenia at heart, and I may interchangeably call us Icenia or Pritania. Either one is effectively the correct word. Because our flag didn't change, I don't really feel the tag switch is too substantial. But yeah, we are just transitioning really into the prep for becoming a monarchy lifestyle. our progress there is just going to be based on the political influence and getting Londinium to 40 Sid level, which will just take some time, but we're almost there. Londinium is on the way. It'll just take a bit of time. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.